He lit up the world literally yet died in poverty, alone in a Manhattan hotel room. Nikola Tesla was one of history's greatest minds, yet his final years were shrouded in mystery, financial ruin, and abandonment. Today, we're uncovering the untold story of Tesla's last days, how a genius who changed civilization lost everything, what he was really working on when he died, and why the world may have lost inventions worth billions. Stay with us as we piece together the tragic final chapter of the man who invented our modern world. From triumph to tragedy, the fall from grace. In 1895, Nikola Tesla was the toast of New York City. His wireless demonstrations astounded thousands at Madison Square Garden. His AC induction motor was transforming industry, and he was the toast of high society dining with the Carnegies and the Stores. But by the 1920s, something shifted. His funding dried up. His radical ideas, wireless power transmission, earthquake machines, death rays, were dismissed as science fiction. Investors who once championed him now saw him as a crackpot. By 1933, Tesla was broke. He'd spent his fortune on failed experiments and grandiose projects that never came to fruition. The man who'd licensed hundreds of patents was living hand to mouth, moving between boarding houses and hotels, unable to pay rent. The Hotel New Yorker years, a prisoner in room 3327. In 1933, Tesla found refuge at the Hotel New Yorker on 34th Street, where he rented room 3327. The management gave him credit because of his fame, but it was a slow financial strangulation. For nearly a decade, Tesla lived in that cramped room surrounded by notebooks, pigeon droppings. He obsessively fed the pigeons outside, and failed experiments. He rarely left. His assistant recalls that Tesla would stand at the window for hours, watching the city he'd helped build transform without him. He suffered from severe obsessive-compulsive disorders, repeating actions in sets of 3. His diet was minimal. His grooming deteriorated. Yet he continued to work, filling notebooks with sketches and equations that nobody would fund, nobody would build, nobody would believe. The mystery of his final experiments. What was he really working on? During his Hotel New Yorker years, Tesla claimed to be perfecting several radical inventions. His most famous obsession, the Teleforce, a particle beam weapon he called his death ray. He claimed it could stop armies at 200 miles away, destroy aircraft, and render nuclear weapons obsolete. He approached the War Department multiple times, but they dismissed him. Was it real? Historians debate this fiercely. His notes suggest he'd made theoretical progress, but critics argue his mathematics didn't work. He was also developing what he called wireless transmission of power, beaming electricity through the air without wires, an idea he pursued since the 1890s. He believed he'd finally cracked it, but had no way to test it. Some researchers argue that if his wireless power theories were correct, they could be worth trillions in today's energy market. But without demonstration, they remain theoretical and buried in hotel room notebooks. Isolation and obsession, the pigeon that broke a genius. By the late 1930s, Tesla's mental state was visibly deteriorating. He developed an intense, almost romantic obsession with a white pigeon. He called her my love. He would spend hours on the roof of the Hotel New Yorker, feeding and cooing at pigeons, claiming they were his only true companions. He spoke about the white pigeon with the kind of devotion others reserve for spouses. When the pigeon died, Tesla was devastated. He later told associates that he'd received a message from the bird at the moment of death, a signal that the pigeon was directing him toward his final invention. This wasn't poetic metaphor to Tesla, he genuinely believed it. His colleagues, watching this unfold, became convinced that genius and madness had finally crossed paths. Yet some biographers argue that even in his delusion, Tesla was processing complex electromagnetic theories, that his pigeon obsession was his mind's symbolic way of working through wireless transmission concepts. The final days, January 1943. On January 6, 1943, the Hotel New Yorker's front desk noticed they hadn't seen Tesla in several days. Staff entered his room and found him dead in bed. The cause: coronary thrombosis, a blood clot. He was 86 years old. The room was a disaster. Papers everywhere, notebooks, sketches, old newspapers, and pigeon feathers. He had been dead for approximately 2 days before discovery. The hotel's management faced a problem. Tesla's unpaid bill totaled $20,000 in today's money. So they did something remarkable and controversial. They allowed the FBI to enter and search the room, taking boxes of documents and research papers. For over 70 years, the extent of what was removed remained classified. In 2016, some documents were finally released, but many believe the most significant papers, particularly related to Teleforce and wireless power, have never been fully disclosed. Tesla died with virtually no possessions of value, wearing a suit that was falling apart. The valuation debate: how much was Tesla really worth? Here's where it gets intriguing. In the decades since his death, engineers, physicists, and economists have attempted to quantify the value of Tesla's unrealized inventions. His AC induction motor alone, which he'd licensed early in his career, generated millions, but he'd sold the rights cheap, desperate for cash. His patent portfolio, had he retained full rights to everything, would be worth an estimated $10-20 billion in today's dollars. But the real speculation concerns his unpublished work. If his wireless power transmission theories were correct, that single invention would revolutionize the entire global energy infrastructure, potentially worth hundreds of billions annually. The Teleforce weapon? Military analysts suggest that if functional, it would have fundamentally altered WW2 outcome. The US military later invested billions in particle beam research, partly because Tesla's work suggested it was theoretically possible. In 1945, the FBI confiscated 80 boxes of Tesla's materials. Some were returned, some were stored, and some disappeared into classified archives that may never see daylight. The legacy question: why did the world forget? This is the tragedy within the tragedy. Tesla's ideas were too far ahead of their time. Wireless power transmission faces technical challenges we're still grappling with today: efficiency loss, safety concerns, interference with other signals. His particle beam weapon seemed like fantasy to 1940s scientists. But here's the kicker: over the past 2 decades, researchers have made genuine progress in both areas. Wireless charging is now common in smartphones. Directed energy weapons are being tested by the military right now. Scientists studying Tesla's declassified notes have found that some of his theories were legitimately sound. He was thinking about problems in ways that wouldn't be validated until decades later. Perhaps most frustratingly, Tesla's social skills and business acumen were terrible. He was poor at persuasion, terrible with money, and surrounded by yes-men who enabled his worst impulses. Meanwhile, Thomas Edison, a far inferior scientist but brilliant businessman, became the celebrated name in electricity. Tesla invented more, but Edison got richer and more famous. It's a cautionary tale about the intersection of genius, mental health, and the business side of innovation. Unresolved mysteries, what we still don't know. More than 80 years after Tesla's death, significant questions remain unanswered. What exactly did the FBI and US government confiscate from his room? The official inventory lists scientific papers and experiments, but historians have never verified the complete contents. Some researchers claim Tesla had working prototypes of wireless power devices that were seized and classified. Others suggest his particle beam weapon designs were advanced enough that the government buried them to prevent other nations from pursuing similar technology. In 2017, a biographer discovered references to a secret workshop that Tesla allegedly maintained separately from the Hotel New Yorker, a location that has never been found. Tesla's will stipulated that his belongings be returned to his native Serbia, but many items never made it there. His personal library, his correspondence, and potentially his most important research remain scattered across private collections, government archives, and lost to history. Some of what we think we know about Tesla's final years comes from second-hand accounts, journalists who interviewed people who claimed to know him. The primary sources are frustratingly incomplete. The Modern Reckoning, Tesla's Resurrection. Interestingly, Tesla is experiencing a massive rehabilitation of reputation in the 21st century. Elon Musk named his company Tesla in honor of the inventor. Wireless power research that Tesla pioneered is now mainstream in tech development. Historians have re-examined his work and found it far less crackpot than 20th century dismissals suggested. In 2015, UNESCO recognized the Tesla Museum in Belgrade as a site of international scientific importance. Scientists have recreated some of his experiments and confirmed they work. The popular imagination has transformed Tesla from mad scientist into visionary ahead of his time. Some of this reclamation is justified, some is mythology. But it raises a haunting question. If Tesla had lived just 20 more years into the 1960s, would he have seen wireless power research funded? Would his theories have been vindicated? Would his final years have been less lonely? We'll never know, but we can ask. How many modern-day Teslas are dying broke in obscurity right now, working on problems the world isn't ready to fund? The story of Tesla's final days is a tragic reminder that genius without business acumen and innovation without proper funding can lead to obscurity no matter how brilliant the mind. His unpublished work, confiscated research, and lost inventions represent an incalculable loss to humanity. We may never know what Tesla was truly capable of achieving. What we do know is that his legacy deserves far more than a hotel room death and classified files. If you enjoyed this video, smash the like button and subscribe so you never miss a video like this one.